Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. When it came to the quarterback play in their matchup last week, there is no way to describe it other than ugly. Mistakes all over the place, a plethora of picks, and a loss. It's a performance this guy will be trying to put behind him very quickly. It's the Titans going up against the Browns.
Thank you, Larry. From the shores of Lake Erie, EA Sports has coverage of the NFL from First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Tennessee Titans. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Browns ball club. They come into this one 0-6 on the year, and really it's sort of just been one thing after another.
Coupled with they don't start very fast. The first quarter's really been an issue for them. They've got to learn to get out of the gates quicker in order to try and win some games.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Titans, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking... Play fake here on first down. And his throw is incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
On 3rd down, Kizer. The rookie first-rounder David Njoku with it. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave them a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Wesley Woodyard. And his guys are going to get the football. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here.
Let's go!
Kizer now after the fumble recovery. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
A reminder later tonight, a game some folks have had circled on their calendars since the schedule came out in April. That's the Super Bowl rematch. Falcons, Charles, at Foxborough to take on the Patriots.
Super Bowl 51.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by the veteran Brian Arakpo. And he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown. Short throw, pick six right there. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount, here's his opportunity.
All comes back to those defensive backs. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's picked off by Bryce McCain. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Partner, what we just...
The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Back to throw here. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Brian Arakpo from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 3rd down.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on 2nd down.
Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will have the highlights and analysis of this first half from our studios in. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Jarrell Casey in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. They'll set up to throw. Forced out to his left. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 13 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the 2nd half, too.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. It's a big play there for the Browns. 44 yards. First down, Kizer. Eluding the pressure right. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Kizer to throw it. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Working out of the gun. Here's Kizer. And this is going to be incomplete. Heading back out to take possession. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't.
Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Derek Morgan in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team.
Well, Kizer can't get away, and he'll go down. Wesley Woodyard in there to record another Another sack, their 6th of the afternoon. They're indeed going. It's Kizer. And he's got his tight end in Njoku. And he'll be taken down just shy of the 40. Give him 27 yards that time. And that'll be good for a Cleveland first. Here's Kizer. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Derek Morgan in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Play action now. Kizer. And the pressure gets to him again. Jurrell Casey in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
It'll be a gain of 17, but even with that. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try to figure out what is working, and call more of that. They'll throw here. Kizer completes it right side to Britt. And he's brought down. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down. A first down throw for Kizer. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Wesley Woodyard. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Scoreboard, they're in the 4th now in Minneapolis. And the Ravens have taken the lead there late. Joe Flacco with 1 touchdown pass thus far. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Buying time to his left. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Wesley Woodyard. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you prime the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Titans, they're into the win column for the 3rd time this year as they get the victory here. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, it's yet another loss as they've started out now 0-7. And they'll get a home date next week against the Minnesota Vikings. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Cleveland.